Welcome to FootballGamePlan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emory, the czar of the playbook. Bring you our Super Bowl 47 preview between the Baltimore Ravens and the San Francisco 49ers. We're going to take a look at some coaching points for both teams in this matchup. We're going to also go inside the lab to take a look at some X's and O's on the marker board. I'm going to give you my X factors, look at the personnel breakdown. But let's start this video off the right way by taking a look at the keys to victory for both teams, starting with the Baltimore Ravens. Fake, we like to call it, where he's going to stick the ball out there, turn his shoulder, get those backers to flow that way, so that way he can set up quickly and possibly hit that quick slant. So that's your one route. Your two route is your speed out by the weak side tight end, and your 9 route is your takeoff route by the wide receiver. Wide stick, up, right there. And the quarterback is going to utilize his pre-snap read. He's going to read the Sam, and he's going to read the strong safety. And that's going to designate where he's going with the football. So he's going to do that show fake, the running back attacks. He's going to either hit the stick route, or he's going to hit that speed out, or if he sees the corner squatting, and that's going to be open. So there's some options for the Ravens to have some success.
Standing outside the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Now, there's many athletes that play football that will love to get here one day. Let's take a look at the inductees for the 2012 class.
We're here at the 2013 East-West Shrine Game, where many of the top college prospects will come here to face off in week-long practices in front of NFL scouts, coaches, and personnel decision makers, culminating in a game that takes place Saturday, January 19th at Tropicana Field. So let's just take a look at some of the sights and sounds from this week's practice. Here's why Tulane is on this list. You got to understand the history. First of all, from 1919 to 1940, Tulane was a powerhouse, a football power, had some great teams during that time. And they had some moderate success in the 70s. And in 1987, you had guys like Terrence Jones and Mark Zeno lighting up the Superdome. They led them to a 6-6 record, went to the Independence Bowl. But every other year, doormats, whatever conference they were in, doormats. And keep in mind, Tulane was once in the SEC. So what this team did in 1998 was highly impressive, and that's what earned them a spot on this list.
For you high school kids out there listening, this is simple physics. And some of you college kids, because some of you college kids don't know simple physics. Something moving that fast is going to be tough to stop. If I want to, I can stop a bus right now if it's parked. But if it's moving and getting out there, it is tough to stop something that's moving that fast.
People want to keep an eye on. And on offense, they also have to make sure they keep Purdue's talented defensive tackle, Kawan Short, busy at the line of scrimmage. I don't care what you have to do. Tell him a story, talk to him, do whatever you have to do. Don't allow him in the backfield.
League wraparound. We're going to take a look at all of the games on the Week 1 slate in the IFL. So let's get this thing kicked off by starting with the Green Bay Blizzard and Chicago Slaughter. High school All-American team. Now, Cornell, at Football Game Plan, we do things differently. Tell everyone how you came about your rating system for the guys that were able to make this team.
You look at out the entire Steelers history. You have some great players. Who do you think is a great player that went unnoticed that you would like the fans of other teams to know about?
Good question.
We're taking a look at the Atlanta Falcons, and we're compiling a starting lineup of some of their all-time greatest players in franchise history. Now, there have been many players that have donned the Falcons uniform, but only a few can be truly called an all-time great. So let's kick this video off by naming our starting quarterback on this all-time team. Between the Montreal Alouettes and the Edmonton Eskimos. Now let's take a look at the Alouettes in this ballgame. They're coming off a bye week.
Offensively, this is a classic matchup between power versus speed. And I think if they want to run the football like they've done all season long, they're going to have to move the tight end around the formation, line up in those double tight strong sets with both tight ends to one side. I think that gives them better angles to run the football and seal the edge, so that way Ojuri can definitely get to the outside. From the third as far as the number 2 quarterback in this draft, but I could care less about his size. I can care less about how tall he is. All this guy does is win. All he does is complete passes. All he does is put teams that he's on in position to win. Led Wisconsin to a Big Ten title, and he will start for the Seattle Seahawks from day one. He's already better than Matt Flynn and Tavares Jackson. Let's not kid ourselves. Russell Wilson is the Seahawks quarterback of the future, and they got a steal, a huge steal, in the 3rd round.